Here we go. Okay, never thought I'd do this video, but I'm gonna do it. I see hearts. Kind of like that kid from the movie who says, I see dead people. You think he's crazy, and then all of a sudden, you find out that the kid does see dead people.
I see dead people.
Well, I see hearts. When I say I see hearts, I mean I see things in the shape of hearts very often. I know I'm not the only one, but the reason I'm making this video because every time I see the heart, or whatever it is that's in the shape of a heart, I say the same thing every time. Thank you, Jesus. I love you too. Now, do I think that Jesus is putting these things in the shape of hearts in my path just as a reminder to let me know that he's there and just kind of giving me a wink, you know, telling me that he loves me? Yeah. Yeah, I kind of believe that. And here's why. Otherwise, I wouldn't be making this video, number one. But I believe it because quite often I see these hearts in just the weirdest places. I'm going to show you some pictures in a minute. Now, I could be wrong. I realize that this could be just coincidence, number one. Or it could be one of those things, you know, that story you hear about when you buy a car. And let's say it's a blue Dodge or a white Fit, it doesn't matter. But when you start to drive your car, you start to see that car, the exact same color on the road, and it's because you're more aware of it. So, am I subconsciously thinking about hearts since this whole thing started several years ago? Maybe, but yeah, I think it's the man upstairs. Anyway, let me tell you how this whole thing started. I'm walking my dog one day, and the guys just finished doing landscaping. So the sidewalk is absolutely pristine, except there is one leaf that is on the sidewalk in our path. When I get up to it, the leaf is a perfect shape of a heart. Absolutely not uncommon. Lots of leaves are in the shape of hearts. And the fact that these guys just did landscaping and there's a leaf on the floor, there's nothing to it, right? But I saw it and I said, it just came to me, I just said, you know, thank you, Jesus, I love you too. Maybe, you know, because the shape of a heart, it's beautiful. It was a great day. It was a great day when I was going for my walk with my dog. I was just feeling good, said something, and it made me feel nice. About a week and a half later, I'm walking to my car, getting ready to go to the gym, and right in front of my car, right by the door, where the passenger side, the driver's side, there is a rock right next to my car, almost the perfect shape of a heart. Again, that happens. It's not all that uncommon. But I looked at it and I was like, all right, that's kind of cool. And I said, because I said it a week and a half earlier, I said, thank you, Jesus, I love you too. And then I started to see these hearts in all the strangest places. So let me show you some pictures. And anyway, take a look at the pictures. So here is a rock that is embedded in the ground. I just happened to see this when I was walking my dog, one of the rare times I take my phone with me. This, you have to look closely. You'll see my foot to the right, and if you zoom in, you see the shape of a heart. This is on my desk. I don't know what this is. It's a speck, but if you look closely, you can see that it's a shape of a heart. Again, in my apartment, zoom in, you'll see this thing on the floor. I think it's a piece of paper. They just painted the walls outside my apartment. They didn't do the floors and everything yet, and that's just a drop of paint that happened to fall into the shape of a heart. This was on a deck. And it looks like it's a string, as if someone shaped it perfectly in the shape of a heart. This, I have no idea what it is. I don't even know where I was, but it's just a stain. And again, this is just coming up in my path. And again, every time I see these, I say the same thing. Thank you, Jesus, I love you too. Again, a few more pieces of paper on my hardwood floors. This is at the gym. I just happened to walk over to a random bench, and right there on the ground was this. Here I am going down stairs, and if you look at the stairs, and this is actually stairs right outside my apartment. If you zoom in, you'll see whatever that is in the shape of a heart. This is one of my favorites. I was going on a date. I was on my very first date with Susie, the girl who I'm with today, and I went to go wash my car. I get out of my car, I look down, right there at my foot is this thing. I think it's part of a toy, but it was right there in the bay. And as crazy as it sounds, I wasn't super nervous, but I was a little nervous. And that kind of just put me at ease. I saw that and I was like, all right, tonight's gonna be a good night. I don't know where the hell I was when I took this. That's part of a potato chip. This, if you look closely, you see it's an acorn, but it looks like the shape of a heart. And this is my all-time favorite one. This happened back in 2021. I was at a meeting, I was at a networking meeting, and the guy who runs it, my friend Scott, was talking about being thankful, just being thankful. He asked everyone to stand up and say, you know, what are you thankful for? So it was an emotional meeting, a good emotional meeting. And I'm drinking beer. Now the beer is in a glass, it's a round glass, and I put my glass down on the napkin, and when I picked up to take a drink, I looked down and I saw the shape of almost a perfect heart from my round glass. Now, not impossible, I'm sure it can happen, but it was that heart that, and because we were talking about being thankful, it was that heart that kind of really maybe started thinking that maybe it's the man upstairs. Anyway, look, like I said at the beginning of this video, I could be wrong. It could be a number of other things. Even if I am, it's a wonderful thing to be thankful, to think of God and to think of love. So it's a good thing anyway, but yeah, I think it's the man upstairs. Anyway, if you have a similar story or something that happens to you, you know, share it in the comments. Thank you very much, and God bless you.